What you got in my 40, homie?
Just hit the corner store, you know what I'm looking for. St. Ides. The window with a box of photos, party just a bouncing house below. No sit tripping, just sipping on ST. That's how we do it in the LBC.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Welcome. You know what time it is. It's episode 40 of Everything's Blurred. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
It's 2/3 of the blur for right now. I am the MR.SHAUN, Mr. Sean.
And I am Mr. Soaking Up the MCU pod by pod. It's your man, Tommy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but first,
You
waiting.
want to just start where we just was right before I hit record?
I was in the middle of introducing the very first thing. Let's start it. Okay.
Because I was saying because the energy was like, yo, let's go right now.
I know, but it was just yeah, okay, I know, but we gotta schedule. Let's stick to the script. No, I feel you though.
Let's stick to the script.
Yeah. No, but I got you though. You know, I had to do the
it's a veteran move right there.
Appreciate you. I had to do you like how Middleton did Portis. Hey, not right now. Not right now. Not right now.
We trying to win this.
Yo.
Yep.
So speculation, all the waiting, all the little theories you had is over. I knew it was going to happen on a Sunday. People had it. I saw somebody said something where it was like, instead of it called DONDA, it should be called DONDA. I thought that was funny. Because DONDA is where in Spanish. DONDA is out. Finally. Y'all thought it was going to be Labor Day weekend. Nah. He said Sunday, the Lord's Day. About a good, 27, 28 tracks or so. And I remember, I think, beforehand.
First of all, let me stop you right there real quick. 27 or 28 tracks.
I think so.
Who does that besides like Chris Brown, who puts out like
he'd be like 30, 40. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot because certain people do the deluxe. So with that deluxe, it'll be
you'll add on.
Yeah.
Another few songs or whatever.
Yeah. When basically it's like you ain't want to wait till like next year to drop it. Because if it's like 5 or more, that's a whole nother project to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we really don't. I'm all deluxe out. To be honest with you, I'm a little tired of the deluxes.
Back in the day, like somebody might drop like a little five song joint, probably add like 2 interludes, and it'd be like a mixtape.
I would consider that a deluxe. Like if it's like an extra,
today, it's a deluxe.
5 songs or whatever. But now a deluxe is like anywhere between a good 5 to 15 more tracks. But yeah, there's a lot of songs on this. I heard something where he had the album on a device and you could tweak some stuff and add ad-libs and other stuff, and it was like 200. And I was like, no, thank you. I'm fine. Just let me know when it just drops, and I'll just download it on my DSP. I ain't got time for all that.
Just give me the finished product, bro.
Yeah, man, I ain't got time for that. And then I think it was Thursday, Friday.
I will say that there is now, as we talking, there's some genius into that. Like when you think about like all the listening sessions he had from all of that stuff, and adding different artists, switching up beats, all of that kind of stuff. And if you've ever seen Kanye perform, I don't know if he does this often, but I've seen him perform twice. The old Kanye, but you know, I've seen him perform twice in person, and he kind of went through like all of the lights, specifically in this track. He kind of just talked about the evolution of this track happening, and you know, he started with this, and then he had this in mind, but he didn't have the drums right. But you know, he had this part. He knew he wanted Rihanna to sing it, and so he hit Rihanna. Rihanna was cool. She was able to do it, send him back. You know, and then you know the horns. We just added the horns right here, and as he's talking, you hear all these elements getting added to a track, and how it ultimately gets composed to what we ultimately heard on that album. And people like him, Dr. Dre, maybe even Khaled now, people who have that respect, that reverence, Pharrell, that respect and that reverence from the culture as far as being producers, sample kings, you know, Premier, Alchemist, Madlib, you know, just how they actually do what they do, how they come up with it, how their brain hears, like, damn, okay. And, you know, with the technology today, that would almost be like being in the studio, as close to being in the studio with them as you can be, let's say, for a particular project, right? To give a fan that kind of experience. You know, I could see somebody actually marketing that. I could see people paying for that. If that was offered.
I mean, if they, I mean, they'd be spending crazy amount of money, hell, double the price for the sneakers.
True. True.
You know
So this is nothing then. Or actually, they'd probably be able to sell that for like a stack for like an hour. Like, you know how people get on Instagram Live? They could probably sell a stack. Be like, yo, be on the live when...
Be on the live from this time to this time.
Exactly. And Ye is going to be in the studio doing what he do. You know what I mean? You don't know. Somebody might come through. Somebody might...
You know, Lupe is doing something similar to that. I don't mean to cut you off. I think last week he recorded an album like within 24 hours or something like that. And he was on IG Live with it. And you just saw him working it. I read about it. I meant to see if I could catch him. But doing that, because... And apparently this album is his Illmatic. This is Lupe's album coming out, not Donda. I'm about to get
wait. So I didn't even know Lupe was still willing to rap until this whole beef thing. You know, little pod beef back and forth amongst friends or former friends. I don't know what's going on with that. But
I think him and Royce are former. I don't know if I've never heard anything, because now, you know, every week them niggas is on live, damn near every day. And then for the most part, it's when Royce is on, it's Mickey, a dude named 3, every now and then 3, and then like a couple other guys, right? And
the Ozarks? Okay.
No, nigga, not 3 from the Ozarks.
Like, I'm just saying, not 3 from the Ozarks, but that's what I think of, like a nigga named 3. All right, like
that'd be crazy. But
you know
but shout out to his,
if 3 from the Ozarks have
shout out to 3 from the Ozarks and his crazy ass family. But hey, I mean, to your point, to your defense, his sister or cousin, whatever she was a hip hop head. Remember, she was in the car,
She
rolling up a
was
joint, playing some Biggie,
playing some
playing
B.I.G.
some
Yeah,
Pac or something. Like
it
she was
some
playing
B.I.G.,
some Wu.
yeah.
She was a hip hop fan.
That's
She was
true.
fucking with that,
That's true. Shouts to
and
Ruth.
she killed her uncles,
Big shouts to Ruth. She a killer.
literally.
She's ride or die.
Bruh,
So
man.
okay.
But yeah,
So we was talking.
Donda. I'm probably about eight tracks in. I'm gonna try to listen to some more as the week goes on. We're recording this on a Sunday, so and want to say what I've heard so far, I do like. When it comes to Kanye and production, man, it's how he gives it up on production. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The features are on point. For what I've heard, it's a lot of secular artists, which I'm not mad at because that has happened before. Before he was a Christian, when he did Jesus Walks, I remember at the BET Awards, he had what is her name?
Was
Is it
a gospel artist?
Yolanda Adams?
Yolanda Adams could have been.
She's a gospel singer, right? Tall chick, brown skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yolanda Adams
Yep.
was singing on the hook and all that. Was doing some runs. You know what I mean? And then like I know with other Christian acts, I've seen other Christian acts work with secular artists. Like I know Lecrae has worked with cats like Big Crit. I know he did a whole trap album with Zaytoven. And it's like a couple other people that he's worked with, and he listens to secular artists too, like Skyzoo and Wally guys like that. So I mean, those paths have crossed, and it's not that's life, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I know with what I've heard, and then lyrically Kanye is on. He sounds good. I know it's some of the people that I've heard so far. I heard the first track is the one with him and Jay.
Yes.
And then I know he got a joint with Lil Baby. I think The Weeknd is like on 2 tracks maybe. There's Lil Baby, Lil Durk. I want to say there's a Griselda track on there. I haven't heard it, but I think as it was coming out, as he was working on it, you heard who he had in the studio.
Yes.
And I want to say, I know they mentioned the Locks. So we'll see if that's on there. And I can't, because when I see the track listings, I don't see the features. So I'm kind of
right. Exactly. That's like, what I'm saying. I know Hov was on one track on the
it's
first.
like if you know their voices, you know their voices. But
exactly.
other people you may not know.
Exactly.
And it's like,
that's the thing.
I want to know who that is.
I was like, where are you? Because I'm sitting here trying to go back and look up. Because I was like, everything Kanye West, Kanye West, Kanye West, Kanye West, Kanye West. Speaking of which, also, I saw that he's, I think, going through the process of legally changing his name to Ye.
I think I heard this. Oh, is he?
This is what I've seen online.
Oh wow. That's just like Diddy. I know Diddy changed his name to Love.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I don't know if I'm gonna call another grown man Love.
What's Love doing tonight?
You know what I'm saying? Sup, Love? How you? Like, no, pause. No, it's not happening. You say that to your lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't say that to no grown ass man.
I think it's one of them things where, like, you know how parents name their children something so that whatever happens in the future, they will be addressed as whatever this name is. Like Sir or Knight or Mr. or Queen. all these different,
Well, I hope
different.
Nas don't hear this because he has a son named Knight. I don't want no smoke, Nas.
This
I don't want no trouble.
well, you know what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So I think
I know
Diddy.
Nicholas. Oh, sorry.
I think Diddy is doing that same kind of thing, but for himself. But at that point in his life where he was, I guess he just was like, I just want things to be love, peace, all of that. So I think he changed his name to Love for those reasons.
You can be about those reasons and not change your name to that shit.
Just a thought.
No
yeah.
excuse.
I'm just trying to get into the mind of love.
I feel you. Get into the mind of Diddy.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like what's that? Being John Malkovich. When dude was inside of somehow he got inside John. That was a trippy movie, but very interesting. But yes, Donda's out. You guys haven't heard it. It's really good. I know he was in Chicago. He did another listening party out there in Chicago where the set was a replica of his old home that he grew up in. He did a stunt where he was on fire. And then, I don't know if this is a surprise to anybody, but Kim Kardashian comes out in a Balenciaga wedding dress or something like that.
I heard that they was like, I don't know if they got married again or was reenacting or what, but
hey, whatever. My last name ain't Kardashian. My last name ain't West. It's whatever. It's not my business. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I saw an article about his jacket and the Gap is selling like crazy. I saw. But he got that going because the thing was, if y'all didn't know, it was supposed to drop on Friday because I think I read an article. I sent that to you, Tommy. Where because everybody think this is like beef, and it ain't no real beef.
Yeah,
it's just some marketing thing and what they're doing. It's pretty much an updated version of 50 versus Kanye back in 07 when that happened.
Yes.
That's all this is, and it's all just. I think they piece things up, but they're trying to seem like kind of like the Locks Dip session when they was talking trash to one another and had these crazy videos going on. But they did it to hype up their upcoming verses, and it's here we are still talking about it. And it happened earlier this month.
Oh, that was great. That was a great verses. That was great, man.
And I did, and there's a t-shirt on Etsy of Jadakiss at that verses. What he had on everything else.
I need that. I need some Jada merch, man. I need some Mr. Versus merch.
Bro. Fam, I want somebody to do like a fight flyer.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
For the verses?
For the verses, for that verses, like Locks versus Dips. I think that would be dope. Live at Madison Square Garden, have that in time and a date.
Oh, that'd be
all
tough,
that.
Man.
Have the two, have
Actually,
both groups, right there.
Yeah, man.
That would be.
You know what? I think
that would be
that's
dope.
a dope idea in general. Like, that's a dope idea in general, especially for like just big events. Maybe even stuff that you host at the crib for. You know what I mean? Like, or you just had a homeboys come through.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, okay, it was cool. It was great that it happened, but it was like, damn, a Tuesday, a work night. Yeah. Fam. All I'm saying is, if this came out Labor Day weekend, oh my God, bro. What?
And I actually went back and watched the whole thing again. That joint had the replay value for me. Like, yeah,
I might do that now. Now that you mention it, I might watch it.
I needed to go back because I didn't actually see the whole thing. But afterwards, I was listening to people's breakdowns and all, and I'm like, hold up, what? Oh, I gotta check this joint
Yo,
out.
niggas was talking about it like it was a real fight, like it was, like it was a sporting event.
It was like,
But
yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Speaking of that, what we're trying to say is, there's a group chat between Kanye, Push, and Drake. And Drake said, yo, I'm gonna drop CLB Certified Lover Boy September 3rd. They heard that, they was like, bet, let's do that. And then Kanye said, psych halal, nigga, Sunday, praise God. And
Praise God.
And so, but you know, if you watch Sports Center like that on a Friday, just past Friday or so, or Thursday, you was probably watching it in the afternoon, whatever, just chilling, thinking you're gonna get your little sports recap. But during the midst of it, there was a little disturbance in the force. And then this person in all black, whatever, comes up and you see this something written on a cardboard box or something. I forgot what it was written on, but it was like COB 9/3. Drake pretty much hijacked Sports Center for a little bit and was like, I'm gonna announce it on Sports Center. Fam. Listen, this man done did a music video in Nike headquarters. I don't know. There's other rappers, not too many, that could do that. You know what I'm saying? For him to do that and to promote that album on Sports Center, that's crazy. Gone are the days of the street team. Been gone are the days of the street team. You know what I'm saying?
And street team. Wow.
That's how my age is showing. I know. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Age is definitely showing right here.
Yeah.
You know, or when you read Source and Vibe or Double XL and you'll see the fly, you know, it ain't that.
Like, so
it's
did you just get out of jail, son? Like, oh, how we letting the word out? Who's on the street team?
Yeah, son, you know what I'm saying? I just came home. I got on my
you gotta
on my Nietzsche. I got on my Nietzsche.
You got your license yet? You got
I got my checkers on. I got my my Mitchell and Ness NBA fitted with all the teams on there and shit. Yeah, I just came home. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got the Averex. You're ready to pull that Averex out. About 2 months.
In a couple months, but I think next month I'll probably rock a Morris Malone jean set.
Oh shit. About to pull out the Averex with these mountain gears.
Mountain gears, bro. Nah, nigga, lugs. Shout out to Full Flex, lugs, nigga.
Oh man, I don't know nobody else really fucking with lugs though. I mean, I think I've seen some people rocking them, but lugs wasn't really popping like that.
I had one pair.
Nigga, that's all the pairs that you could get. It was only around for like that long.
It was around for a few.
Like yo,
like a few, not as long as. Listen, Caterpillar boots been out longer than them niggas.
True.
Shout out to Walmart and Target.
Caterpillar boots. Shout out to the construction workers out there, the road crews.
Salute.
And where were we?
The worst is getting caught up when they working and you on the beltway. That's the worst shit.
Yeah.
Especially when it be like, I mean, late at night, bad.
But it's like during the weekend. I was like, what is this PGH tour traffic? Like, who is a golf event in the Baltimore area?
Yeah. It was a tournament.
What tournament was it?
forgot the name of it, but they talked about it for the past couple of weeks now. I think it started like Friday or something.
Was Tiger playing?
Tiger ain't coming to no Baltimore.
Not with that attitude.
Listen, all I'm saying is the man don't recognize his blackness. I'm complimentation. Nigga, you black. Shut the fuck out of here.
Sorry, Tiger. So where was we now? Donda.
Oh yeah.
Still.
Oh yeah, Donda, the Drake.
Oh yeah.
Drake is Certified
release.
Lover Boy comes out on the 3rd. People think that
birthday,
this
actually.
One more time.
It's my brother's birthday, actually.
Oh, word, Troy?
No.
Okay.
Where's your ass?
Shout out to the bros.
Bros. I don't know what to get you, bro. Hopefully I found out. Hopefully I figured some shit out. You know what I mean?
And is he still in Texas?
Yeah, Houston.
Houston, okay. H-Town. That's where well, I don't know if he's in a battle rap, but that's where Summer Madness gonna be at. Might want to holler at him.
Really?
Take a flight. Yeah.
Oh.
The wheels is turning.
What is it? It's not going to be next weekend, is it?
September 25th.
Okay.
I want to go one year doing Summer Madness. I want to go. But
all right. Anyway.
All I'm saying is you got a place to stay, bro. You got a place to stay, could probably pick you up, be a little ride or whatever, but yeah. So with Certified Lover Boy, a lot of people think that this is going to be a classic. I know I'm slightly critical of Drake. Well, who am I not slightly critical of when it comes to mainstream rap? Anyway, so
I didn't have to say it.
I'm not. I can go on about that, but do you have any anticipations or any speculations of how this album's going to be? Certified Lover Boy.
You know what? I'm anticipating it now because like we're talking about it, the promotion. Like generally speaking, I don't really be anticipating like most music. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Like somebody will have to tell me, like, oh yeah, that joint just came out last week, or that came out. You know what I mean? Like I don't be knowing. So this Kanye's album dropping after all of the listening parties and the all these different events and whatnot. Yeah. So that dropping and this Drake dropping, yeah. So I'll put it like this: I'm at least gonna give them a listen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm definitely gonna give them a listen from start to finish, and we'll see how I feel about it. But
yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what the boy comes with. The boy. and I'm hoping that Ye's album heats up a little more from what I've heard of it so far. I'm not saying it's bad, what I've heard so far. I just haven't heard that anything that makes me
jump out and be like, yo,
I gotta, exactly.
I got you.
Like either in either just sonically or lyrically. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's, a couple different flows, production is good, but
there's a Travis Scott joint on there too, I meant to say. Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah.
And I was noticing you if you look at the credits, you'll see who was worked on it. But unless you know their government names,
oh damn!
except for Young Guru, who's on there.
Okay, he's the engineer. Bet
88 Keys is
okay.
Is on one of them.
That's what's up.
The Weekend.
Yes.
So they actually do put in quotes their kind of stage name or what they're known by for some of them, but most of them is just the government's. So like, oh, okay, Kanye West. Oh, Sean Carter. Okay, yeah. Dave something. Okay. Yeah, 88 Keys.
Dave Free, I want to say. Isn't it Dave Free?
Maybe.
I forgot who it is.
But yeah.
But yeah,
so
for
brilliant.
me,
so brilliant marketing, I'll say, because
yeah,
for me to feel that way, and it's not that I just generally don't like music or don't care about music. I just haven't been as into it now as I once was. So, but Kanye and Drake are people who were popping when I was still like heavily into it, and I'm very familiar with at least the early catalog for both of them.
Yeah.
And probably up until The Life of Pablo was the last Kanye album that I actually listened to at full. I haven't listened to the Scorpion Project from Drake. I think that might have been his last one. Right?
Yeah, that was a double disc joint, right?
Scorpion, I think so.
Yeah,
that might have been. I like
the rap side of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm definitely going to give both of these joints a listen, probably a couple listens, and we'll see where it goes from there. Might end up listening to some other gentleman that I hear on these that they might have did a feature with or something. And I'm done.
When it comes to Certified Lover Boy, well, Drake, period. Drake kind of frustrates me a little bit. And I say that because I think Drake is talented. He is. The boy can rap. Not that big on his singing person. I think there's probably like one or two songs where it was like, okay, it fits. It fits the song. Like I like the joint he did with Chris Brown. You got it, girl. You got. I like that. I liked how he sounded on that. It was. I felt like that beat and that rhythm was more so of his speed as far as his singing voice. And it might have been one other joint that might have been like his own, but not the biggest fan of his singing. And it's like, yo, I want dude to put out a classic. I do. But until he puts out that classic, I mean, he got hits, but to me, yo, it's like, he's a bit overrated to me. Just a bit. And I feel it's because, yo, he got hits, but yo, how you got all these hits and no classic album? And I know some people that's like, no, he got a classic. I'm like, which one? They like, Take Care. Try again, nigga. It's a cool album. He got a lot of cool. My favorite of his is If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's a few. But it's a few of his songs off of other joints off of other albums that I like. I told you a while back, like I put them all in a playlist of the Drake songs I like. I probably play that all this week to get ready for this new one. As far as this album goes, I try not to have big hopes and big anticipations for albums. I'm just like, yo, let me just press play and see what happens.
All right.
And I'll just react off of that. And if I still need to go back and listen to it, I'll go back and listen to it to really get a full. Because sometimes in that first listen, you don't feel everything. You know what I'm saying? It don't impact you like that. You got to listen to it a few times, and once it resonates with you, it's like you have a solid opinion from it. Okay?
Yep.
So I feel like with this album, I'm willing to listen to it. And honestly, it's like, it's going to be, it is what it is. It's like, okay, if this is going to be his classic, about damn time. And I feel like it kind of should be, because again, I'm not the biggest Migos fan, but that Kosher 3 shits on anything that they've put out in the past. And it's like, and I applaud guys that work on their craft. I'm hearing Sweetie is in rap school right now. Like Sweetie, and it's like another person that's work. Oh, Blueface, I heard, is working on his bar. He's working on his music. And so it's like you got certain people. Yeah, that's what y'all don't know how true it is.
Because I'm
but
like,
it's like,
yo, that dude was everywhere. And then I was just thinking, like, yo, I ain't heard shit from this.
And after a while, when I was hearing about Blueface, it wasn't music related. It was like ratchet stuff that was going on in his life, you know, dumb shit. So I think with this album, I think other people are looking at it like it don't necessarily need to be a classic. It's Drake. It's going to be amazing. Certain people are like that. I'm looking at it like, I think his worst album for me is Views, because I felt like Views was formulaic, and it just wasn't. It didn't hit like the other. The other ones were cool. I felt like, what was the one? I think it's the one before. I think it's after Take Care, but before If You're Reading This It's Too Late. I want to say, and it was never the same or something like that. Whereas like it's
okay.
Yeah, where it's like the side view of his head and he's in the clouds. He's like in the sky. Yeah, I didn't like how that one ended. I wanted more, because there was like a stretch where like it was like 4 or 5 songs that were just super slow. And I was just like, oh my God, you're killing me. And then it's like the last track is an upbeat track. It's the track with Big Sean and 2 Chainz. And I'm like, yeah, he popped it back. I'm like, yeah, after this is gonna be, and then it never continued. I'm like, you leave me like this? This how you end? Like I felt like my girl after she saw West Side Story, and homeboy got shot at the end. Like, you leave it at that? That's how it. So
damn.
I just it's like I just overall, I just want it to be a good project. I want to hear some improvements, and if he improved his singing, cool. If the bars really hit, cool. He, like I said, he is really good at rapping. I'll say that. So, and I feel like with this album, this is going to be more. It's going to have more of an R&B feel because of the title Certified Lover Boy.
Okay.
So I feel like if it's along the lines of that one, rest in peace to the homie Mac Miller. If that's kind of like that one album that he did that had the joint with Anderson .Paak called Wait or whatever. I can't think of the name of the album right now. Pardon. Because that whole album kind of dealt with like relationships and love and loss and stuff like that, and it was good. If you remember Ghostface's Grand Wizard of Poetry, that was a pretty solid album. Hell, I'll go back to earlier. I sounded like I was out of jail. I'm gonna go back to Heavy D. Heavy D made great like R&B rap records. You know what I'm saying? So if
that's
it's along
actually a great pull.
Thank you.
So the Heavy
D. Rest in peace, Heavy D. Heavy D was my boy, man. Loved his stuff, man. I was rocking some of his stuff on Thursday, Throwback Thursday. I was playing some 90s stuff, and I was like, man, we'll play some Heavy D, man. You know what I'm saying? And so so if it's along the lines of that, I feel like that's kind of more of Drake's speed, because when Drake raps, it's relatable in a sense. Like some of the stuff is like I can understand where he's coming from. So if it's along the lines of that, I feel like it should be a really good album. So we'll see. Like I said, comes out this Friday, so it starts off your Labor Day weekend. You know what I mean? Make sure your girl with you or your significant other with you, because like Rhapsody said, how y'all gonna boo Drake? Knowing damn well you ain't had no boo without Drake. You know what I'm saying? So salute to those gentlemen, and let's see how I go. Also, real quick, if you're a Griselda fan like me, you already know the first half of Hitler Wear Hermes 8 is out by Westside Gunn. So check that out. And if you're a fan of Westside and you're a Griselda fan, then you know that Flea Lord and Rock Marciano put out a project. Flea Lord doing the rapping, Rock Marciano behind the boards. Salute. Let's move on. We're still on rap music. Let's see. We're gonna take it back a little bit. We're gonna take it back to 25 years ago. Because an amazing album from the South, from two icons from the South, two legends from the South. One gets all the props in the world, and the other ones y'all kind of shit on, and I appreciate that. Big Boy is one of the greats, man. Put some respect on that man's name, for real. It's the 25th anniversary of AT Aliens. That's their second album, classic. Man, that was an interesting summer because I think prior to that album dropping, you had Beats Rhymes to Life by Tribe. You know what I mean? And you had a bunch of other joints that came out that slapped. So I don't know when the last time you've heard that album, but if you remember it, what were some of your favorite tracks off that?
I want to say Southern Playalistic.
Southern Playalistic is on their first album. So the Playalistic kind of like
actually.
Oh, Southern Playalistic. Oh, that's on AT Aliens?
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're right. I think
you're
okay.
Right.
But okay. Elevators was the one for me.
Fam, you know what's so crazy? How years after that song came out, the t-shirt came out, me and you, your mama, and your cousin too. They started that trend. And it was like, yo. Because after
you know what? Yeah, that might have been the original.
That was the original.
Of that style.
Of that style, yes. It's so many.
And then everything else followed after
that. Like I seen a Dilla one, which I do want. Rest in peace, Dilla. There was a Wu-Tang one. I just saw the most recent one I saw was all of MF Doom's aliases. Rest in peace to Doom. I'm gonna grab that one. And a bunch of other joints. I think I seen a Jackson's one.
Michael and Marlon and Tito,
Jermaine, Jackie, Randy, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else. What's up, Janet? And so
Joe
and
Ike and
now you name it.
Who else was like a physically abusive? Like
I was about to say, really? We just gonna put them niggas on the t-shirt now. We promoting right now?
Joe and Ike and Bobby and
Bobby
and James.
No, at the end you gotta go James, bitch. That's what you got.
Yeah.
It's a few for me. Yes, Elevators. Is it the title track? What's the one? Now throw your hands in the air and wave like you just don't care.
What is that? Is that fish and grits? Is that what it's called?
Is it called Fish? I thought it was called
No.
80 Aliens. Nah. Let's
Jazzy
see.
Bell was good.
Desi Bell was a good one. You have Babyface singing a hook, an already established R&B guy. You're on his label, and he's just having like a hook. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me. You know, Babyface, he's an icon, man. R&B icon. You got him just singing hooks. Like that's crazy to me. Aliens. Let me see. Oh, and while we're on the subject of ATL, the trailer for ATL 2 is out finally after 15 freaking years.
What?
Facts.
Oh my God. Why are they doing this, man? And
Streets been waiting, I guess.
Is it going to be straight to DVD or straight to Netflix?
I don't know. I could see it on Amazon. I could see that on Amazon or something like that. But they might put it in theaters. I don't know. Never know. But it's directed by Chris Robinson again. And everybody came back.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Just about everybody came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
T.I., Evan Ross, a grown Evan Ross. You know what I mean? Jason Weaver. You know what I'm saying? Lauren London looks amazing in this trip, you know? And Homegirl, they only showed one of the twins, but they look, but she looked good. Yeah. They just doing nothing but a slow motion walk to the song Georgia by Ray Charles, the icon recipe. And while but peep it though, while that's playing, like halfway through, you know the dude, and I'm gonna bring it back to ATL, even though it kind of never left because it's at, still Atlanta. Big Boy was in ATL, but in this trailer, if you know the gentleman, if you're familiar with the gentleman Big Rube, who does poetry on all the Dungeon Family projects and some other ones, he's doing a poem towards the end of the trailer.
He's doing what, I think, towards the end of the trailer?
He's doing a poem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's doing a poem at the end of that trailer. So it's towards the end of the trailer. So it's a cool little teaser trailer. So I don't know if they gave out a date yet. I think it was just one of those things of like coming soon, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Another song I'm going to add to my list is Two Dope Boys in a Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of the song where like the hook is like is 3 Stacks going I forgot. Oh, and Extraterrestrial. Out of this world. Oh, you alien. That joint. I like that joint too. But yeah, salute to Outkast. I mean, I think we all would love another album from you all. No pressure.
Absolutely.
But I think
all
Big Boy is
all the smoke. Make it happen, niggas.
Notice that wasn't me this time. I'm safe.
No. So you were saying
I know sometimes like fam, I know when we talk rap sometimes I can be on some Rasheed Wallace technical foul kind of type shit. Some stuff I know.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if I wanted to be like a hip hop kind of like a academics, I might have a shot.
Okay.
What? Not exactly like academics.
Of course not. I
would never be like one.
I think you could actually.
You know, because I kind of think he's that's another pod. I'm going to stay on track. So there's that. If you
closest thing to a hip hop Michael Cole.
Michael Cole, nigga? Really?
Is Michael Cole
You could have
still
found
around?
somebody better than that. You could have gave me Stephen A, bro.
No, that's
I'm not a
disrespectful to Stephen A. No, not you.
Oh.
Academics.
Oh, Michael Cole. Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha. I'm about to say.
yeah. No. No, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. No, come on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even joke.
No,
Like,
I'm gonna do you one. I got one better.
uh-huh.
DJ Academics is the hip hop Will Kane.
Oh.
Because you know how he get on First Take and he's just about cowboys and he don't know nothing else. And sports is not even his thing. Will Kane is more of a politics guy. And it's like,
and yeah. I don't know what he's doing now, but
fam, I swear for the past few years, that ESPN office is like got one of them doors from them Western joints. You know how we just
yeah.
Nigga. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's a lot of people going out.
It's them and it's WWE. They don't release a lot of people, and some of that talent's at AEW. CM Punk just hinted at Daniel Bryan coming to AEW. Yes. Hinted at that because CM Punk said something. I know I'm off topic, but bear with me.
Yeah.
He was like,
it's all good.
He was saying something, and the whole crowd was like, yes. He was like, that's another wrestler, and just be patient. When he said that, the crowd was like, oh. I was at home like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. So one more music and we'll move on. August 25th was the 20th anniversary of the passing of Aaliyah. I know last week we mentioned how all her music is going to be on all DSPs. They started off with the One in a Million classic. And I think they're going to continue to put out other joints. I think this week, I think they might drop. I think it's Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, I think comes out, which I'm personally not looking forward to because we don't support R. Kelly. Or at least I don't. And
Robert, you going to jail, Robert?
You killing me.
Oh man. That was
shout out to Al Marquise who did the mix. Because that joint, it was basically a club.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
But yes. So, you know, it's the 20th anniversary of her passing. I asked you again, what are some of your favorite songs or even just a favorite album of hers?
You know, I didn't have a favorite album of hers. It was just certain tracks that Are You That Somebody was like crazy. The video was crazy. You just had people just trying to learn that shit at home, watching music videos all day. Burst onto the scene, you know, obviously with that project that you mentioned earlier, working with a certain gentleman. But you know, just in such a short time, really, she went from just a recording artist to legitimate potential movie star, you know, like
Queen of the Damned. Yep.
And she wasn't really, I don't think she was in that a lot. Like she didn't have a whole lot of screen time.
No,
They
it
promoted
was
the
kind of
hell
like
out of it using her.
it was kind of like that Bruce Lee joint, Game of Death, kind of like, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like he passed away during when they were trying to film it, so they kind of added in another guy. You just saw the back of his head, but he was wearing, you know,
Yeah.
the yellow and black outfit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did that one with Jet Li.
Jet Li, Romeo
Jet
Must
Li and
Die,
DMX,
and
or was it?
DMX. No,
Okay.
the DMX was something different, I think. The DMX, I think she did a
Oh, okay.
track with for the soundtrack.
You be back.
But exactly. And I think she was actually supposed to be marrying Dame Dash.
I believe so.
At the time.
Yeah, he was on Entertainment Tonight one day last week, and they was kind of talking to him about Aaliyah and their relationship back then, and they even asked, you know, had they ever brought up the whole thing with you know, her past relationship with
with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
With Robert. Robert, calm down. Okay. So
because Gayle King was sounding like a whole psychiatrist, Robert.
Oh, Gayle was not even flinching. Like, I was like, how is she not like just busting out laughing at this thing? You know what I mean? Like
that was an entertaining interview, but we all know she kind of messed up with that Lisa Leslie joint.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it is what it is. We moved on from it. But yeah, no, I feel you, man. For me, it's quite a few songs of hers I enjoyed, but man, that like I lost my mind when I found out, and I should have known it, but I just got caught up in just the actual song. But the one Jay-Z song called "A Million" sampled "One in a Million," and my dumb behind, enter another player.
do a million.
Yeah. Did it get me?
A
lot of speculations off the money I made. Honey's slave. How was he for real? Is that nigga really paid? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, One in a Million, Hot Like Fire. The little remix joint, the joint that had the video for, I like that version better than the album cover version. There's a joint she did with Slick Rick off that album. Rock the Boat. That grew on me actually. But
same. I thought it was really I don't know. Lyrically at the time, I was thinking like, is this a song or are we just gonna say the same thing over and over again every 5 seconds? You know? It just seemed really super, super simple and dumbed down.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously I got over that. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, Breon is in the building. What up? Talking about Aaliyah, 20th anniversary of her passing. Want to know if there's any some of your favorite songs or favorite projects.
This was my favorite Aaliyah album. Yeah, my favorites was definitely If Your Girl Only Knew, 4-Page Letter.
Yes.
4-Page Letter, yes. Man.
But definitely my favorite was a song that wasn't a single. 2 of them was Heartbroken and Never Giving Up. They was my favorites too. And I like her version of Choosy Lover and Marvin's Got to Give It Up. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one with Slick Rick, right?
Yeah.
The Marvin joint? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's another one that grew on me was Be Without You, Be Without You.
That wasn't on the album.
I'm not talking about an album. I'm just talking about a song.
Oh, okay.
I said either Aaliyah songs or just a whole album.
That song was never on the album?
Huh? That was on the Next Friday soundtrack. No.
Oh, that was a soundtrack. Okay.
Yeah, Next Friday, and then The Romeo Must Die too. It was on that soundtrack too.
Romeo Must Die. That's the one. That's the movie we was back in one piece, all that. So so rest in peace, Aaliyah. Your legacy lives on. You know, we got the pop right here, you know what I'm saying? Just a beautiful talent, beautiful person, and you will be missed. Quick question, one more question. You know, I gotta ask this. If, say, I don't want to be the watcher, but what if Aaliyah was still here? Who won it with her in the verses? Both y'all faces. Oh. Love it.
I would say Beyonce, but I don't know.
He went top tier. He went top tier with it. Okay.
Yeah, I would say Beyonce. If Leah was still alive and she was making more albums,
didn't they say that Beyonce wrote for Aaliyah, or the other way around?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Okay, I thought I heard or read something like that.
Okay, but no, but if she was still alive and she would definitely, I would say, if she would have made more albums, she probably would be where Beyonce at right now. But the question is, will she be? Well, I don't know. Will Beyonce be the Beyonce she is now and all that stuff?
So you saying Aaliyah? You saying Aaliyah would have stopped Beyonce's shine to her getting to where she's at right now? Possibly?
No, I'm not. I'm saying
what
she
if?
Aaliyah. No,
what
I'm saying
if?
Aaliyah. Listen, man. So I'm saying that Aaliyah, she will probably be the superstardom as with Beyonce at right now. They would probably be neck to neck.
Okay, so that she would be another person that came from that generation.
That's a possibility. Yeah,
that would have the same level of celebrity and regard and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like this. If it wasn't for Aaliyah, if Leah was still here, I don't know. Like as far as like with like, remember when Ashanti came out and everybody was calling like that was too soon. They was calling her the next Aaliyah, all that stuff.
Yeah, they call her the hip hop R&B princess. It was between her and A. Marie. I remember
that. Is true. That is true.
That was too soon. But I would definitely say if Aaliyah was still here and she would have been, definitely putting out new stuff, she would definitely be where Beyonce is at right now, and she'd be selling out arenas and probably have definitely a strong strong crossover appeal. I mean, she already did when she was, the last two albums she did. So like she would definitely been.
I think she's been
doing
more
pop
like
and R&B more.
You know how Rihanna is now musically.
Yeah.
She would have that, but now I don't know.
That's my pick.
As far as acting goes, what Aaliyah's career would have done. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Aaliyah, she was supposed to do The Matrix, and then also too she
But who was she going to be in The Matrix?
She was
Trinity,
what's called Marvin Gaye's daughter, and the second and third one. She was Marvin Gaye's daughter character. The lead, what's her name? What was her name? Naomi. She was what's her called?
Jada Pinkett?
No, I'm sorry. Not, she was the girlfriend of
she was the girlfriend of the dude who had
from
the Best Man at the time, right? Yeah, the Best Man in Lots. Okay.
Yeah, and that was Marvin Gaye's daughter that was playing her in the second and third one.
Never knew that.
Yeah, so she would have did that. Actually, she was supposed to be. She did like films. I think she filmed some scenes before she passed. But they had to reshoot. But then like also too, she was supposed to have been in the Sparkle remake that came out.
With Jordan Sparks.
Yeah, Jordan Sparks. She's supposed to have been playing the lead character. Yeah.
Gotcha. Real quick, you mentioned
and she probably could have been Honey instead of Jessica Alba.
Actually, I think I heard that too.
I'm just saying for personal choice, and I think she would have been a better actress. She probably could have played the honey character.
Tiana Taylor did the sequel for Honey, which actually wasn't that bad. It was kind of predictable, but it was cool though. Like I think they picked the right person for it. You know what I mean? But it was just an okay movie, like, you know what I mean? Earlier you mentioned The Matrix. I heard that there's a trailer for Matrix 4, but it's not out yet for the public.
Yeah, they had it at CinemaCon. So yeah, so definitely they're probably gonna drop it soon.
So rest in peace, Aaliyah, never be forgotten. We love you, baby girl. We mentioned trailers now. Hold up, before we get into that, do we want to break? Can we cut please?
Yeah. Let me
All right. Now we just got finished talking about a Matrix 4 trailer that should be coming out really, really soon. But a trailer that everybody saw last week. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Finally it came. Finally. It's here. What do we think? And what are some of the Easter eggs that you saw, and what are some theories that you've heard? Go.
I didn't see no Easter eggs. I wasn't looking for them joints. Well, go ahead, B.
There were Easter eggs. Every Marvel trailer has an Easter egg.
I know, but I wasn't looking for them. I was just looking for the, I was just
but
in the trailer.
I mean, they still like keeping everybody guessing, and it was a nice teaser though, because everybody's questioning about who really did set up the multiverse. Was it Wanda, or was it Sylvie from Loki, or was it Doctor Strange from doing this? So everybody's like kind of like they probably all played an effect to definitely letting the multiverse happen. I think it's crazy how like they I don't know. I'm really just still curious. I mean, people actually yes. Huh?
Oh, I was singing a song. I'm curious.
Oh.
Hey. Sorry.
Living my best life. Sample.
Hey. I was actually doing the Rakim one. I wanna win, girl. I wanna know what's on your mind. But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, definitely people saying that scene when Peter Parker was getting was in the police station and he was getting questioned by the police. And then it's a scene where you see a guy that came in and he slammed some paperwork on him while he was looking at files. And people are saying that's probably Matt Murdock.
Still do? Oh.
So
fucked up.
Yeah. No, it was a white guy. It was a white guy with hairy arms.
But that'd be dope though. If it was Bill Duke, I would love it.
Yeah,
so
listen to your little bitch. Listen.
So you said that you were Spider-Man. And yeah, saving Paris. Yes, sir. Yep. I was Spider-Man and Paris, and it helps.
You was there at such and such universe at certain time. Yes, I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely as far as the teaser concerned, it's definitely nice. They really didn't show much. Only showed this Dr. Octopus. So like they didn't show the green. They showed his pumpkin
they
bomb.
Teased that. Yeah.
And they teased Electro with the lightning. They teased Sandman.
Oh, I missed that.
Also too, it was like a blink if you missed it. It was a blink if you missed it. They did tease Lizard too.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's the scene where it was real quick. It was the scene when Peter it was like real dark, and Peter he turned his head, and it was like a creature behind him, and that was the shot. That was the reflection of Lizard. Yeah, so I was watching a couple of, like, YouTube where they're following the Easter eggs and the breakdowns.
Yeah.
And then it's a rumor that in the end, it's a scene where Peter Parker, he was in the bridge, and it was a scene where he was outside the, like, the it was outside this, he was like talking to some lady in the car, and the lady was like looking right at him.
Yeah.
So it's a rumor that that black lady is Miles Morales' mom. Someone mentioned it's a rumor, but I doubted it. I don't know.
No, she has to be Puerto Rican, bro. She was black.
Yeah, so that's what everybody's saying. Like, is that Miles Morales' mom? Like, yeah, like I don't know. So yeah, but besides that, it's very dark, and also too, just like it is. It's just like, it was just dropping, especially the TMZ type of thing they was on, especially when he went to the school and all the kids was like cell phones on them. Like,
I would have been like, Aunt May, can I be homeschooled? If this is pandemic, hey, I'm just going to do I'm just going to have my little school laptop. And there we go. For real. I ain't got to go to school. Yeah. But yeah.
So it's definitely it was a nice teaser. So I'm definitely I'm glad that they could, because it was rumored that it might get pushed back like they did Venom. So it's like, it got pushed back to like January, Venom 2. So,
no, I'm not tripping off that shit. I'm talking about Spider-Man. I like the date.
Of course you like the date. So it's like, what else you gonna do for your birthday? Like, yo, I can't do shit.
I actually got a couple other things in mind to do, actually.
I know, I'm just saying, like, yo, like, that's part of the plan. That's part of what we gotta do.
It is part of my plan.
Yeah. So like, but definitely, I don't know. It's just glad that they still keeping with it. Everybody was talking about it, like, it keep on getting delayed when the trailer gonna drop. Then they said they still gonna have December 17th. So of course that's gonna break records. I mean, shit, it break records on the teaser. It made, like, I think it broke the what movie trailer was it? I forgot which trailer, but yeah, it surpassed them. I want to say Avengers. Yeah, definitely the first one. Yeah.
Oh, well, with the first one or Endgame?
Either that or the Infinity War, one of them.
Okay.
But but definitely it was a nice teaser. So hopefully I mean, I still got my own predictions and things, so I'll wait until I see it opening day.
Word. I watched it again before we started, and I'm here for it, man. I'm ready. I want to see if I can find the material that is pulled from, because I watched one guy. Shout out to Rob from Comics Explained and Geek Culture Explained. He broke it down, Jack. He was like, he mentioned because there is a Public Enemy #1 Spider-Man comic. He said it's kind of pulling off that. The Doctor Strange thing, that's pulled from the comics as well. And it was a couple other things that he broke down that was like, it's funny that you mentioned it was dark, because he was kind of explaining how it's going to be kind of dark, and he's going to get, they were like, Spider-Man might get stuck in the multiverse, and that cuts to Doctor Strange's next film. Yeah, Madness of the Multiverse. And
also too, they also mentioned how, like, this probably the last Spider-Man, supposedly the last Spider-Man for MCU film.
Oh, and after that, he's going with Sony.
Yeah, so they were trying to say this is another way for them to do that too, show that this is like, he's going to leave the MCU and then go to Sony, which they got their own. They call it now the Sony Spider-Man verse, whatever. So for their stuff. So
I mean, if we could just keep the Spider-Verse as the animated one in Sony, that would be great. But I would like my Tom Holland to stay in the MCU, because I picture him, if they do another Avengers joint, I see him leading that Avengers.
He'd be one of them.
If not him, Captain Marvel probably will. But I see him as a good like second in command kind of person, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I think I'll probably watch some more videos where they probably break down different things. But yeah, yeah, I'm just excited for it. Um, and it should hold up to all the other ones because all the other two was great, and I feel like if I had to put them in order like how we do the Batmans, shout out to Key and Peele, the Batmans. Um, Tom Holland is, I mean, I love what Toby did, but Tom Holland got a bit of an edge over Toby to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
it's Tom, Toby, and Andrew.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the Amazing Spider-Man. I only watched the first one. I didn't want to bother to watch the second one, and I'm glad they gave he is going to be in it. Jamie Foxx, they give him a nice little upgrade. So like
Okay.
for this one.
Yeah. What did you guys think, real quick, of the Venom Carnage joint?
I didn't see the first one, so
Me neither. I plan on seeing it. Plan on watching it, but it looked trash to me, bro. Because I really wanted Venom in the MCU. I'm like, yo, how you got Spider-Man in the MCU but not Venom? That's like his main. But whatever. But what I saw of it.
Wait. That doesn't mean that it looked trash, dog.
I heard it was all right, but it was like,
you know what I'm saying?
I heard different things from different people. How people talked about Venom is how people talked about the first Suicide Squad joint. You had people that liked it, that really loved it. You had some people that thought it was okay. You had some people that thought it was whack. I know someone who is really into the comic stuff, the anime stuff, all that, and she's super critical of every fucking thing. Shout out to Ross. And when it cut, she don't watch this. And so when it came to the Venom, she was like, it's a good movie, but you got to erase everything that you know from the comics and watch. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. It is not a real Venom movie. When it's done like that, it's kind of whack to me. Just like, if y'all remember that god-awful Dragon Ball Evolution film, it had nothing to do with Dragon Ball or Dragon Balls. It was.
Let me ask you a question real quick. The MCU, do they own the rights to all of the stories as well? Like, so for instance, with Venom, somebody can do a movie with the character Venom, but as far as like the actual story, the actual storyline from the comics, do they have to be like, okay, no, you got to come up with your own shit, but you can use
I don't think it's done like that. I think it just depends on the writer, what the writer wants to do.
Yeah, I don't think so. I was gonna say I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's based on the writers. If it's a thing where it's like if the writers want to pull it from a certain story arc from the comics, they pull it from it and they make it work. Other than that, it's all in the writer's hands.
Yeah.
And sometimes whoever created it or whatever, they might have a hand in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much up to the writers for real.
Because the Sony films, the Sony ones with like Marvel, I mean, Marvel got their own thing like Marvel Studios. Yeah. You don't see that on the like Venom ones. You don't see the Marvel Studios logo. You see just Marvel.
Yeah.
So pretty much they like Marvel gave them the rights for the use the character, but as far as the writing process, no, Sony had their own people. So
yeah. But I wish that during that negotiation process with Spidey, I wish they would have added Venom in that. I really do. But but I think because I think with Sony, I think they're trying to do a whole Sinister Six thing. Yeah, because you got the Morbius film. I know that hasn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Actually, they said
so,
it's a possibility that the No Way Home will open that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and
half of the people.
because I want to say Craven got casted, right?
Yeah, what's it called? And Aaron Taylor Johnson, who played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, he's playing Kick-Ass. He's playing.
Mm-hmm. Word.
Actually, that's not bad.
I think that works.
Yeah, cause everybody wanted Jason Momoa to play him. So like, yeah.
No,
I kind of see that.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. I mean, he's a badass Aquaman. He'd be a badass Craven the Hunter.
Yeah.
I can see that.
but he's already Aquaman.
I know.
But he's not the only one.
But you know how many people do that?
Yeah.
You know how many people double dip? No one has talked about, listen, no one has talked about how Jimon Hansu is finessing this shit.
Yeah, for real.
No one is talking about that now.
For real.
That nigga been in Thor. He been in Shazam.
That Marvel.
He about to be. He's in the Kingsman prequel.
Yeah.
That's another dope trailer. He finessing, and he just getting away with it.
Right, he just like looking at
There's
y'all
love
like,
for never do without you.
He be having like both like bills different. Like, what you want me to do, Marvel?
You know what I'm saying?
Then he had another bill.
He got him on speed dial.
What you want me to do?
Feige, he talking to them like Dion and Pumps in a Bump video. Feige. You know what I'm saying?
He be having different dollar bills and both fans. Like, what you want me to do? 10 million.
You know what I'm saying? He got the money phone.
Marvel, what you say? Okay, how much? 20 million.
Gmon Hansu got the real money phone. Yes. He got the real money phone. Fuck all you rapping niggas with that shit. No. Gmon Hansu got the real money phone for you niggas.
Okay.
That's real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, cool. So we're gonna keep it going. B, show your shirt, sir, please. I caught it. Know what I'm saying? Know what it is.
This ain't the first time I've had an episode, but yeah, rest in peace.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You just gotta show it, brother. You know, with this 1 year anniversary. I remember where I was. I was at my lady's spot. We was watching the Kev on Stage, Keep Your Distance comedy show, stand-up comedy show. And either somebody texted me or I looked it up. Or I just happened to be on my phone. And I saw that Chadwick died, and I was like, I remember being in the kitchen like, wow. Damn, she's like, what? I was like, she's like, what? I'm like, freaking Chadwick Boseman died, and I just threw my phone at the couch. And then like, not long after that, you just saw all these different RIP posts, different pictures, different art. And some of the memes that I saw were amazing to see, especially when it came to like the artwork. A lot of the artwork that I've seen has been beautiful. I still have a piece on my phone as a background. Forgot the name of the brother that did it, but he works for, I think, for Marvel Comics. And I loved it, but I loved it when other races showed their condolences with stuff like the one with the little boy. I think he's like Asian or something, and he has the different Marvel superheroes around Chadwick because Black Panther, he's on the ground like he passed away, and he's going like this. Like, I love that one, and it's a few other ones. The one with the it's a painting. Y'all know what I'm talking about, with Chadwick stooping down with a kid who has on a Black Panther mask.
Shout out to Nicholas Smith.
Doing that.
Nicholas Smith. Shout out to him.
To Nicholas Smith. And man,
and the guy that you talking about is Boss Logic that worked with Marvel. His name is Boss Logic. That's his artist name. Yeah.
The guy I'm talking about is Brian Stillfreeze or something like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The one that I have on my phone is from Brian Stillfreeze, I think. And then I forgot the name of the artist, but he was working for he does the illustrations for Spawn comics. And he did there was a variant cover for Spawn where Chadwick Boseman is Spawn. He's dressed up as Spawn and he's doing a Wakanda Forever. Man, Chadwick is forever missed. I know we always talked about how it would be with Black Panther 2. I think it would have been amazing. I think it would have been another classic film. And I would have loved to see him do other stuff outside of Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's one of the GOATs in my book. So thank you, Chadwick.
Rest in peace. Yes. Actually, I remember Tommy. He texted me the IG posting that they did on this page. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I knew something was up, like with his physical appearance. Because
yeah. Yep, I did too. Yep.
And a lot of people was like saying, like, I was hoping that it was like a movie role, but it was just like, then he got like real slim. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, because at first it was like, oh, Yaski, he's small for that, but he was still training for it because he had a big walking stick. And they say he would walk with it, and every now and then he would stop, do some moves with the stick, stop, walk,
Yeah. That, and also too, it was crazy. Like I noticed it for a while, like his physical appearance, even before when Black Panther came out, and I noticed like the difference how he was when he first started until and I was like, okay, maybe it's just, and then it was like reports that he was he changed his he was a vegan, so I was like, all right, maybe he's a vegan. So like so when he like those last 2 years, I was like, okay, something's up, and I was like, well, I always respected that he kept it private, even though it's crazy like that nobody, like his peers from Black Panther, they like you would thought how close they were, they would have knew something, but they didn't. Nobody didn't know nothing. He kept that real private. I'm like, wow, and it's like especially too, like the visits he had to make to the doctors and all that, like it's crazy. Like also too, shout out to his inner circle, his manager, his PR. What I'm saying, they knew, and like they kept it on the hush, and then and he told of course his wife, and his wife knew, and his family. So it's just crazy. But yeah, it's definitely still hard to believe that it's been a year, because it's crazy because we still in this middle pandemic. So it's like we trying to like not count what happened with 2020 from half of the year. So like I said, it definitely did, got me. It hurt me personally with him because he was someone I looked up to, definitely in the industry, and try to model after. And I was always, every interview he had, I always watched. And then he was just a very intelligent, very humble. He was very dedicated as far as the art, as acting. He wanted make sure that the roles he played made a huge impact and was meaningful. So and also too, I like how he wanted to also outside of he wanted to be the best humanitarian, the best social advocate for like social justice and making a change, also too for African Americans in the industry, for making the opportunities, getting opportunities that he need, things of that nature. So he definitely paved the way. So yeah, it's definitely a huge loss, and he definitely left a huge impact, and it's definitely his legacy is to continue to inspire. And it's glad to see that like I said, he was one of the leading men of this generation that was trying to of Hollywood, and he got like some more people to follow pursuit. Still got Michael B. Jordan, still have Mahershala Ali, still have go on and on so many like the guys that's out now.
Which is a great thing, man.
Yeah, so many now. Yeah, because back in the day it was only like
it
you said,
wasn't like
only,
that.
It was only just like just only Eddie Murphy and Will.
Eddie Murphy, Denzel, Will Smith. You might get Blair Underwood, Tay Diggs,
Fishburne, you know what I'm saying?
Cuba.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like, but you got like so much to choose from now, and everybody's like pretty much doing like different stuff and making a name for themselves, and it's good to see.
Yeah, man.
So,
it's a wonderful thing, and just like you said, it inspires other young Black men and women to pursue acting, or if not just acting, writing, directing. Even if you just want to be a cameraman or something. You might want to start from cameraman to director, stuff like that. It's just if you want to, and then what happens is, we have social media, you know what I'm saying, and you have your smartphone that has a camera, and it's just like, yo, you gotta like I've watched different. Shout out to RDC World. They have DreamCon, and they had a panel with all these different creators like your Lenars, Long Beach Griffey, and I Am Dante, I think his name is, and a few other people, and the people would ask them like, "Yo, what do I do to get started? How should I get started?" And they're just like, "Yo, just get started. Just do whatever. You got your phone, you got your camera. You might have an idea of what to, do a skit on or sketch, whatever. Make it happen." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you might not be on a super big scale like in Hollywood, but you got stuff like Dormtainment that been doing a thing for over a decade now. You got all people that came from All Deaf Digital, you got a guy like Kev on Stage who has his own app that has content from different Black people. Yeah. R.I.P. to Chadwick, and I think this is the episode. So yeah.
R.I.P. to Chadwick. You gentlemen said it all, so I'm gonna just say that we got 2 minutes.
And real quick, shout out to all the kids going back to school.
Be safe.
Exactly.
Get that education.
Shout out to all the parents that's happy about the kids going back to school. Because I know y'all been through it. This pandemic, you know what I mean? Just, man. But yeah. So
shout out to the Virgos, it's Virgo season as well.
Shout out to all y'all. Holla.
Episode 40. Out.
The 40. The Brion episode.
Oh wow.